I know there's a lot of concerns about the way this thing came off today, the way we played, but I really look at it like we stopped the streak. We haven't beaten these guys in 3 years here, so whatever it took to get it done, we finally got that done. There was a lot of issues with this game in field position because of special teams plays and mishaps and all of that that made it really hard. It just reminds us of how hard it is to win these games and how much we cherish every one of them. They played really good today, and when they needed to, and as they had to keep it like that. So it's good to get this win. It's good to get to 10 and all that. And I don't know I haven't heard the scenario yet other than to go to Dallas. I don't know when it is or whatever. We'll figure that out. But what was really obvious today was the defense played all day long, and they did great. And they held them. They didn't give them 100 yards rushing, 6 sacks. Big third down numbers again. Really good pressure all day long, and good coverage all day long too, for the most part. And it was just a really good day for them that we needed them badly. And that's kind of how it works, Fortunately, we ran the ball well and got our yardage and did like we've been doing. But we had trouble with the pass protection today, was obvious, and they got 6 sacks too. We had some trouble with line calls, line stunts, and things that they were doing. A couple pressures we didn't identify well, and you could just see where the mixing and matching caught us a little bit today against a team that makes it really hard on you. And so it was a bad mix. Fortunately, we're back. We should be back to pretty good shape next week as we get ready for the next game. Fluke was ready to play today. We held him out. He was ready if we needed him, which is great. So he goes back in there, and it allows Fetty to go back to tackle and George to go back to the tight end stuff that we've been doing. And we're pleased with that. We'll find out about Squeeze. So anyway, we ended up getting 10, and we're heading to the playoffs, and our guys are really excited about that. They're really pumped up about the next step, and looking forward to it.
You mentioned getting 10. That's 6 of the last 7 years in double-digit wins.
It's kind of a marker for whatever reason. It's an important deal. 9 and 7 just doesn't look good at all, and 10 gives you that feeling like you almost had a good year. Those guys knew that. They took pride in that today.
Do you have any more reason to believe Sweezy will play next week since last we talked?
Nothing's changed, no. But he's going to do everything he can, and he'll if it can happen, it'll happen. We left him home today so that he would be careful to stay off it and all that kind of stuff. He's been rehabbing around the clock, so he'll give us everything he's got to get back.
Jaron Reed to get double-digit sacks this year. I mean, a guy he had 3 sacks in 2 years before this. So.
Yeah, and what a great performance for the whole season for him. And it was great to be able to tell the guys in the locker room to get 10.5 for the year. I don't think we've had a defensive tackle that had 10 sacks. Maybe we have, but I can't remember it. So Frankie to have 14 for a season too. And Frank just played great the whole year. He had a fantastic season. He's a factor, and every time we rush the passer, you can tell by the way they're trying to take care of him. He had a great season too.
Did you have any thought to put in Fluker as things progressed?
We talked about it at halftime. Yeah, did talk about it at halftime and decided not to. I think we should mention too that with 1:49 left, we get the ball with 2 timeouts, and here we go. It's an opportunity to go ahead and go win the game, field goal to win, and we practice those situations so much that it's kind of there's a light moment in there when okay, here we go, and I recite the whole thing to Russ, and he looks and says, we're going of course, what do you think Russ said? Well, okay, we're going to go get this done, and he found a play and made a great play with Tyler, and put us down there, and then we just handled the clock, and I thought our guys executed great in that situation to know exactly what was going on. Sidelines knew what was going on. Timeouts, the whole thing was really well orchestrated, so it was well done. Russ did it again, and part of that deal again.
What happened to Shaquille Griffin, and will he be available next week?
He turned his ankle, and it was kind of a slight ankle sprain. He was dying to get back in. We just held him out because we knew that Akeem could play, and we didn't think we had to push it right there just to make sure that we didn't overdo it with him.
What were you seeing with the protection issues today?
Yeah, we had the first thing we would say to you is we had trouble with the line stunts, but I think that so much of that is communication, and these guys are really quick with what they do, and they're creative, and they're really committed, and it just was we didn't handle it very well. And you tie that together with a couple pressures that they hit that we missed. We missed the pickup on. It was a terrible day pass protecting.
What was happening with special teams today on the punt?
Gosh, I don't know. We got to go to work. I don't know how. On the first punt block, it was just a regular guy forcing the punt, and he broke down the edge and got a hand on the ball. I don't know about the other one, but the whole field position thing just messed this game up totally, and we could have lost the game today just because of that. Fortunately, we hung in there and didn't allow that to happen, but. The big punt return was huge. That was a change of field position. Of course, both blocks, enormous. There's a huge call in the game, too, the defensive holding play when they knocked the ball out of Russ and get a touchdown on it. An incredible turnaround. What happened? We popped the ball the very next play or whatever it is to change the field position. But that was we were very fortunate there.
At what point did you guys decide to go with Jermaine at right guard through the week?
Yeah, we just figured it was the right thing to do, we thought about it because it might take a few weeks, to get Fluke back. And instead of just doing maybe just to stick one guy in for the game, we thought, if it takes 2 or 3 weeks, we'd be better off to go that way. It's really, really valuable for us to have Jermaine do that. And it was a fine job accepting the challenge. He was not prepared to do that, although throughout the season, he's always mixed in there during, practice time just so that he's familiar with it. But I'm really proud of him for just taking on the challenge and doing a nice job with it.
Janikowski has 3 game winners this year.
It's really hard for me to keep answering questions when I can hear Pete's kids around right through that doorway right there. So go fast.
It's the third game winner for Janikowski this year. Just in those moments, how he's
we're just counting on that he's going to make it. It's incredible that both the Arizona games come down to him kicking a field goal to win the game, with no time left on the clock. But we couldn't be luckier. I think I don't know if this is right. You guys will figure this out. He went up with the list on the all-time scores. Isn't like 9th or something like that. Of course, you guys have all that information. I don't have to bring that up to you.
Are you left with encouragement or just glad that's over and on to the next step after a day like today?
Yeah, I don't see many things that aren't encouraging. But, I love that we won at the end of the game. We needed a fourth-quarter drive to do it. We had to stop to get that done. We had to use the clock. All of those things are going to come in handy when it comes time in this next week or maybe weeks ahead. And here it comes. We're coming down to Seabass to win the game. Everybody's going to click right into this mentality that we've already been through this. We know what it takes. We got the best guy we could hope for to go kick a game winner. And on and on. The pass rush was really good today, and there was all kinds of stuff. Whenever we continue to play good on defense and we run the ball really well, we got a chance to be really in every game. And with all of the other garbage that happened in this game, that would offset the field position, we were able to maintain the game.
You mentioned the defense at the beginning, but that can be hard on defense when the field position keeps going like that. What does that say about them?
Yeah, it's hard mentally. And our guys, they have a routine about how they handle that situation, how they take the field, and Clint gets them out there and with the right frame of mind so that they can execute really well, and they did a nice job in those situations.
Mike Davis okay, or?
Yeah, he said he was fine. I don't even know what was wrong with him. I asked him afterwards. He said he was fine.
Anything else?
Thank you.